The last type of multi-level inverter in unit number 3 is CHB. It is also referred as cascaded H-bridge inverter. So in this session, we are going to see the working principle, construction, switching table, as well as classification of cascaded H-bridge multi-level inverter. Here is the diagram of cascaded H-bridge multi-level inverter for M level. It is composed of multiple units of single phase H-bridge power cells. So in the diagram, you may observe that number of H-bridge units are connected one above another in series fashion. H-bridge cells are normally connected in cascaded, which is the series manner, on their AC side, right? So this one is bridge number 1, which means H-bridge unit number 1, then H-bridge unit number 2, 3, 4, and so on. This side is the input DC side, and this side is the output AC side. So on the output side, you may see that this terminal behaves as one of the output terminal. Then positive terminal of the first bridge is connected to the negative terminal of the second bridge. Positive terminal of the second bridge goes to the negative terminal of the next bridge, and finally the positive terminal of the topmost bridge behaves as one of the output terminal. So the output is taken between the first terminal and the second terminal over here. So this is nothing but the series connection of the H-bridge units, which is required to achieve the medium voltage operation as well as the low harmonic distortion. So by this time we know that if we can produce more number of levels in the output signal, then we can minimize the harmonic distortion. The number of power cells in a CHB inverter is mainly determined by its operating voltage and the manufacturing cost. It is usually used in high power, medium voltage drives application. It requires a number of isolated DC supplies. Unlike the flying capacitor multi-level inverter and diode clamp multi-level inverter, cascaded H-bridge inverter requires DC supply per bridge. Right? So for bridge 1, one DC supply, bridge 2, second DC supply. All DC supplies are isolated from one another. So there is no direct connection between the DC supply of second bridge to the DC supply of first bridge. So more number of the DC supplies are required in the construction of cascaded H-bridge multi-level inverter. The DC supplies are normally obtained from multiples diode rectifiers, batteries, or the solar cells. The output phase voltage is synthesized by sum of individual inverter outputs, which states that the output of the first bridge plus output of the second bridge plus output of the third, and so on up to the output of the last bridge. When all the outputs of individual bridge are added together, we can have the final output voltage VAN between these two terminals. So now let me explain the working of one H-bridge unit. Right? Each inverter unit can generate 3 different voltage outputs: plus VDC, that is one output level, 0, that is the second output level, and minus VDC, that is the third output level. By connecting the DC source to the AC output side by the different combinations of these 4 switches. 1 1, 2 1, 3 1 and 4 1. So if I want to produce plus VDC across the output terminal, then out of these 4 switches, which switches must be triggered? Then the answer would be S11 and S21. These two switches must be triggered simultaneously while keeping S31 and S41 in the off state condition. Because these two switches are conducting, the positive terminal of the DC supply gets connected to the one of the output terminal through S11 and the negative terminal of the DC supply gets connected to the another output terminal through S21, which means that the DC supply appears across the output terminal and hence we get the plus VDC. Now to produce 0 across the output terminal, the conditions for the switches must be like this. All the switches are kept off. So you can see that there is isolation between input and output. We do not get any magnitude across the output terminal. This is the one combination to produce the 0 magnitude at the output side. We can also produce this 0 magnitude with other two possibilities. The first one, by turning on S11 and S31 simultaneously, that is one of the option, or by turning on S41 and S21 simultaneously, which means that if we trigger two switches of the same portion, either from the upper half portion or from the lower half portion, we get the magnitude across the output terminal is equal to 0. Now to produce the minus VDC across the output terminal, then S31 and S41 must be triggered simultaneously while keeping S11 and S21 in the off state condition. When S31 and S41 are triggered at that time, the positive terminal of the DC supply gets connected to the negative terminal of the output side and the negative terminal of the DC supply gets connected to the positive terminal of the output. Hence, the DC supply appears across the output terminal but in the reverse manner. Hence, we get minus VDC across this output terminal. Thus, by operating the switches in this manner, we can produce the levels with the magnitude plus VDC, 0 and minus VDC. Classification of cascaded H-bridge multi-level inverter. CHB inverter can be classified into two ways. The first is CHB inverter with equal DC voltage and second CHB inverter with unequal DC voltage. Let me show you the diagram for each of these case. So in CHB inverter with equal DC voltage, you can see that bridge 1 and bridge 2, both the bridges have equal magnitude of DC supply. VDC in the bridge 1 and VDC in the bridge 2. Whereas in the case of CHB inverter with unequal DC voltage, the input given to the bridge 1 is VDC, but input given to the second bridge is 2 times the VDC. Here is the difference. Otherwise, rest of the portion in this type as well as in this type is same. 3-phase 5-level cascaded H-bridge multi-level inverter. I am going to show you the diagram to produce 5-level signal, and that 5-level signal should be for 3-phase load. So 3-phase 5-level cascaded H-bridge multi-level inverter. This portion in the diagram produces the 5-level signal for phase A. This portion in the diagram produces the 5-level signal for phase B, and this portion produces the 5 level signal for phase C. Per phase we need 2 units of H bridge, unit 1 and unit 2, and both of them are connected in series manner. So when the output is taken between this first and the second terminal, we can get 5 level signal, and that is AC in the nature. And by keeping 120-degree phase delay, when we operate this structure with the same switching table, we can have the phase B 5 level signal. Similarly, by keeping 240-degree phase delay, and when we operate this leg with the same switching sequence, we can produce the 5 level signal for phase C. And this 3 phase 5 level AC signal can be used to drive 3 phase load. So this is the diagram for 3 phase 5 level cascaded H bridge multi-level inverter. Now let us understand how to produce 5 level signal by considering only one leg of the 3 phase 5 level CHB inverter. This is the corresponding switching table. So when the switch is S11, S21, so S11, then S21, as well as S12 and S22. Diagonal switches in the upper H bridge unit and the diagonal switches in the lower H bridge unit conduct the output voltage of the H bridge cell 1 and cell 2 is equal to VDC. We can get VDC over here as well as VDC over here, right? And what is the finally output we get between the positive and the negative terminal at the output side? VH1 plus VH2, and that is equal to 2 VDC, which is the voltage at the inverter terminal A with respect to the inverter neutral terminal N. Similarly, with S31, S41 in the upper H bridge unit, S32 and S42 in the lower H bridge unit, other diagonal switches are turned on, right? S31 and S41 are the diagonal switches in the bridge 1, and S32 in the S42 are the diagonal switches in H2. When these 4 switches are turned on, then we get VH1 is equal to minus VDC and VH2 is equal to minus VDC. Hence, we get VAN is equal to minus VDC plus minus VDC is equal to minus 2 times VDC. Then for other 3 levels like VDC, 0 and minus VDC, the switching states are summarized in the table. Right? For the 0 level, you can see that all the switches are kept off. All the switches in the upper H bridge unit and all the switches in the lower H bridge units are kept off. Then 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. We can get the 0 level. And to produce the VDC, as per the switching table, you can see that in the bridge 1, S11 is in the on state condition. That means S21 is also in the on state condition. And for the second H bridge unit, 1, 2 and 3, 2, both the upper half switches from the bridge 2 are turned on. So the output of the second bridge is 0, but output of the first bridge is VDC. Hence, VDC plus 0 is equal to VDC. And to produce minus VDC, we are going to trigger S31 and S41 in the bridge number 1, and we are keeping 1, 2 and 3, 2 in the on state condition from bridge number 2. So bridge 1 produces minus VDC and bridge 2 produces 0. Hence, minus VDC plus 0 is equal to minus VDC. So by executing this switching table in a specific sequence, we can produce 5-level signal across the output terminal. The number of voltage levels in CHP inverter can be found from the expression 2 into H plus 1, where H is the number of bridge cells per phase leg. For this leg, we have 2 units of H bridge, so H is equal to 2. Substitute H is equal to 2 in this expression, we get 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4, 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5. So with the help of this structure, we can produce 5-level signal. The voltage level M is always an odd number for the CHP inverter. The total number of the active switches, which are IGBTs, used in the CHP inverters can be calculated using this formula 6 multiplied by M minus 1 for 3-phase converter. Now, moving from 5 level to 7 level, let us see the diagram of 7 level CHP with equal DC voltage sources. Right? So with the help of 2 H bridge unit, we can produce 5 level, but to produce 7 level across the output terminal, we need similar type of 3 H bridge units, and all of them must be connected in cascaded or the series manner. So H1, H2, H3, all the H bridge units are supplied by equal magnitude of separate DC sources. And as I explained earlier, that by operating the switches of each of the H bridge unit in a particular manner, we can produce these 7 level across the output terminal. So the first level is 0, next is plus VDC, next is 2 VDC, then 3 VDC. At this point of time, we reached to the maximum value. Thereafter, to synthesize the sinusoidal signal, we have to reduce the magnitude gradually from maximum value towards the minimum value. We are supposed to execute the switching pattern in the reverse manner, and after that we have to go for the negative half cycle 0 to minus VDC, minus VDC to minus 2 VDC, then minus 3 VDC, and after reaching the negative maximum value, we have to execute the table in the reverse manner, that is from minus 3 to minus 2, and then minus 2 to minus VDC, and thereafter 0. And for 9 level CHP having the equal DC voltage sources, the circuit should be like this. We need 4 units of H bridge, and all of them are fed with the equal magnitude of separate DC sources. Right? So you can see that while moving from 5 to 7 level and from 7 level to 9 level, the number of the components as well as the number of the DC supplies has increased. So in short, to take the benefit of reduction in total harmonic distortion, we have to compromise with the complexity of this construction. And these are the 9 levels produced by this circuit. 0 plus VDC, plus 2 VDC, 3 VDC, 4 VDC in the positive side, and minus VDC, minus 2 VDC, minus 3 VDC, and minus 4 VDC in the negative side.